Welcome to online English class. This is Level 1, Lesson 15, Part 2. In this video, we're going to work on Unit 9, Lesson E and Lesson F. You are probably watching this video between May 25th and June 7th. This video was filmed on May 20th, 2020. Okay, so I am on Lesson E. Lesson E is on page 118, page 118. So, on this page, we are going to write about chores. And remember, chores are things you do in the house. So, the first question we have is, who does the chores in your house? What chores? Well, for me, in my house, I live with my family, and everyone does the chores. So are there special times to do these chores? No, there's no special time. We do them all the time, anytime. If something is dirty, we clean it. What is your favorite chore? Okay, my favorite chore is vacuuming. I like to vacuum because I can listen to music and I just walk around and clean the house. The word favorite means which one do you like? Well, I like to vacuum. It's my favorite chore. So now, let's look at this table. We have name, chores you did, and chores you didn't do. So this is things you did, yes. This is things you didn't do, no. So the name is Katia. So let's see what Katia did. She bought the groceries and she walked the dog. She didn't vacuum the rugs. So let's see. We can say Katia bought the groceries and walked the dogs. But she didn't vacuum the rugs. So let me write that sentence for you. She bought the groceries. And walked the dog. But she didn't vacuum the rugs. So, she bought the groceries and walked the dog, but she didn't vacuum the rugs. So, I'm going to tell you what chores I did. So, yesterday, I cleaned the bathroom and I got the mail. So, yesterday, I cleaned the bathroom and I got the mail. Cleaned is in past tense. We know because it ends with the letters E and D. Got is also in past tense. The word got is irregular. So it's on the list of irregular verbs. Let's see. Got. In past tense is got. In present tense is get. So yesterday I got the mail. Chores I didn't do. I didn't wash the dishes. So I cleaned the bathroom and I got the mail, but I didn't wash the dishes. Okay, so now let's look at the bottom of the page. This is an email. So because it's an email, we know that someone is writing this message, and this message is for a different person. So at the top, we have Dear Mom. So we know that this email is for mom. This email is to mom. At the bottom, we have the name Irina. So we know the person writing the email is Irina. This email is from Irina. And we want to write the verbs in past tense. So we start with number 1. The word buy. So let's look at this. We have the rules for past tense. Rule number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the word we have is buy. So 1. Is the word buy on the list of irregular verbs? Is it irregular? Yes. Let's look for the word buy. Here is the word buy. In present, it's buy, B-U-Y. In past tense, it's bought. So, buy is in present tense, and the word bought is in past tense. I bought milk from the supermarket. It's in the refrigerator. I also dust. Dust means you use a broom and you sweep the dust, you sweep it off the shelves or off the table. So, the word dust. 1. Is it on the list of irregular verbs? Is the word dust irregular? No, the word dust is not here. There's no dust here. So, number 1 is no. Number 2, does the word dust end with the letter Y? No. 3, does the word dust end with the letter E? No. So we add ed to the end. So dust in past tense is dusted. I also dusted the shelves and sweep. Okay, sweep. The word sweep. Is the word sweep on the list of irregular verbs? Yes. Sweep. Right here. Sweep. In past tense, it is swept. Sweep, swept. Sweep. Sweep. Ept. That's a U. So the pronunciation is sweep, swept. The word sweep is irregular. In past tense, it is swept. I also dusted the shelves and swept the floor, but I didn't wash. Okay, wash. We know wash is not irregular, so number 1, no. Wash, does it end with the letter Y? No. Does it end with the letter E? No. So we add ed. But, oh, wait. Oh, because it's didn't. I didn't see it. It says didn't here. Okay. So, we say, but I didn't wash, because we only change the first verb. This is verb 1 and this is verb number 2. We only write verb number 1 in past tense. So this is verb number 1. So we say, I also dusted the shelves and swept the floor, but I didn't wash. The word didn't is already in past tense. So the verb after didn't is in present tense. It stays in present tense. So we say, I didn't wash the dishes. Did you buy a new sponge? Okay. So the word did is a verb. So this is verb 1 and this is verb 2. And we only change verb number 1 to past tense. So we say, did you, and verb number 2 is in present tense, so it stays the same. Did you buy a new sponge? When we ask a question, we ask, do you buy? And we only change the first word. We only change the first verb. So the verb do, we change the verb do to past tense. In past tense, the verb do becomes did. Did you buy a new sponge? Did you vacuum? Again, verb number 1, verb number 2. Verb number 2, we don't change. It stays the same. So we say, did you vacuum the rug yesterday? I also make my bed. Okay? So, this is the first verb. This is number 1. So we have to change it to past tense. Make. Rule number 1, is make irregular? Yes. Make. Make is right here. In present, we have make. In past, we have made. I also made my bed. See you later, Irina. Okay, on the next page, we have the same thing. It's a message from Mary to Tom. So we want to use these words in the past tense in this email. So let's read it. Hi Tom, I cooked dinner for you. It's on the stove. Remember, a stove. This at the top up here is the stove. So I cooked dinner for you. It's on the stove. I blank the dishes. But I didn't blank them. Okay. So what can you do with dishes? You can wash dishes. So we say, I wash. And the past tense of wash is washed. I washed the dishes. But I didn't. So we know this one is no. In this phrase, in this part of the sentence, this is verb number 1, this is verb number 2. We only change the first verb. So, I didn't is already in the past tense. So this verb, we don't change it, it stays in the present. So I washed the dishes, but I didn't dry. I washed the dishes, but I didn't dry them. Verb number 2, dry, is in the present, because number 1, didn't, is already in the past. I washed the dishes, but I didn't dry them. Sorry, I didn't have time. Again, here we say I didn't have. Verb number 1 is didn't. Number 2 is have. Have is present tense. So every time we have a negative sentence, a sentence about no, we say didn't. And then the verb after didn't is in the present. We don't change the word after the word didn't. Okay? I blank a new broom at the store. So at the store, you can buy. But now we have to change the word buy to past tense. Buy is irregular, number 1. So we use the list of irregular verbs. Let's see. Buy. Buy is right here. The past tense of buy is bought. So we say, I bought a new broom at the store. I blank the kitchen floor with it. So it here is talking about the broom. So I blank the kitchen floor with the broom. So what can you do with a broom and the floor? You can sweep. The past tense of sweep. Let's see. Sweep is number 1, an irregular verb. So we use the list of irregular verbs. Sweep, 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 sweep. Past tense of sweep is swept. I swept the kitchen floor with it. I swept the kitchen floor with the new broom. I blank the floor too with the new mop. So what can you do with a mop on the floor? You can mop. So we say I mopped the floor too with the new mop. I didn't blank the dog. Walk. Okay? So here we have a negative sentence, a sentence with no, because we have didn't. So the verb after didn't is in the present. So we just say, I didn't walk the dog. Did you blank the bills? So when you ask a question, in the past tense, you start with the word did. So the verb after did is in the present because it's verb number 2. Did you blank the bills? Well, what do you need to do with bills? You need to pay. So we say, did you pay the bills? It's the end of the month. Please remember, I'll see you tonight. Love, Mary. Okay, bills. What are bills? Bills are things you have to pay in the house. So you have the water bill, the electric bill, gas bill, phone bill, internet bill. So many bills, right? These are bills. So did you pay the bills?